So we've been asked to put a video together about the pros and cons of when to neuter male and female dogs. It's quite a controversial topic. There's loads of sort of pros and cons for waiting and for doing it early.
Yeah, it's a lot more complicated than the story in cats, and it's a situation that's evolving currently. So I think if you are out there and you're watching this video in 5 years' time, probably all of the information we're going to give you now may have changed because it's really a rapidly evolving area. And we used to historically think neutering, great, right?
Yep.
Yeah, why would you not go ahead? But the picture is changing a little bit
Yeah.
currently in terms of when you should do it and if you should do it. And that unfortunately, there's no easy answer to give you guys, but just some kind of general pointers.
Should we start with females?
Yeah, females versus males, right?
Yeah.
So females, I think the argument for neutering is a bit stronger in terms of a health benefit because there are definitely things that we can prevent with neutering, and those kind of things would be, I mean, what do you see routinely?
Memory tumours,
Yeah.
pyometers.
Pyometers are the big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
uterine infections.
Yeah, exactly. Now these things are potentially treatable and fixable, but obviously we can prevent them, then great. But there are caveats and downsides too. So neutered animals are slightly more prone to being incontinent, they're more prone to being overweight, they're more prone to other types of cancer. So it's not as straightforward, this is always better. And unfortunately it does vary according to breed, as does the recommendation for when to neuter them.
Yeah,
which really is based on the size of the dog. So the smaller the dog, the younger you can neuter it from. The bigger the dog, the more you should wait so that the bones will fully develop and mature.
And then do you wait a season? Do you let them have a season?
Yeah, exactly. And that information is changing currently. With male dogs, again, slightly different picture. The main reason for neutering male dogs would be a behavioural one. Right?
Yeah.
So there are certain behaviours we see, so dogs that don't come back or they're aggressive with other dogs, and that's not nervous aggression, that's actual aggression. Because
and what dogs that wander as well, neutering would generally help curb that.
Exactly, and obviously overly sexual dogs, anyone that's got a real humping problem, that's something that where castration can potentially really help with.
Especially if it's done young. I mean, if you left a humping dog until it was 3 or 4, it may continue as it's a learned behaviour.
Exactly. But from a health point of view, yes, we can limit testicular cancer, yes, potentially less prostate problems, but again, there are other types of cancer they can get. They can get nastier prostate issues, so not quite so clear cut with the male dogs. So based on their behaviour as to whether you need to do that or want to do that, and we've got options for these things now as well. So yes, we've got the routine surgeries, but we also have
chemical castration,
which is reversible. So if you're not quite sure,
you can try it for, is it 6 months it lasts?
It depends on the size of the implant. This one that lasts a year as well, so and they can last a little bit longer. And then we've also got the different kind of surgery. So we've got routine neutering and bitch bays that we've now got keyhole that's coming in with the benefits associated with that, and there is now a rise in what we see as ovary sparing space, which is where you leave the ovary and take the uterus, which is the exact opposite of what you do at a lap spay, and that keeps the hormones but they can't get pregnant. So pros and cons, etc. I think the real take home message is that it's not straightforward, and if you've got any questions or you want to know more, talk to your vet.